This guy wants me to unlock 44 lockboxes. This better be a big fat tip.
5 minutes later.
5 gold, you cheapskate? Hi, I'm Burbach, and I'm on a quest to farm 100,000 gold so I can buy Warglaives in TBC Anniversary. At the end of last video, my funds were 9,451 gold. And what are they now? Well, before that, Deliana gives me an earnest proposition. I need to go to Winterspring and kill some bears for their blood. If I bring her 15 blood samples, she'll give me the Darkmantle bracers. But while I'm out here, I see a night elf hunter doing his Rock Dalar quest, and the poor lad absolutely flubs it. Feeling bad for Sack Pappy, I offer to be his linebacker. I'll keep the mobs off him while he kites Arturius the Amiable. And it's on. I can't help Pappy kill Arturius, but I can keep the stray Winterspring mobs off of him. We descend the valley we started in, and it's going well. We're already further than Pappy was before. We round the ravine and make our ascent. We almost make it to Everlook, and Arturius is limping. One more shot does Arturius in, and Slack Pappy is victorious. Good work, Pappy. We say our goodbyes and go our separate ways. Back to Delania, I complete the earnest proposition by giving her the 15 blood samples and a pair of Shadowcraft bracers. Some creepy dudes show up, and we kill them. Next up, I'll have to build a supernatural device to talk to ghosts. To do that, I'll have to visit Muck's Mana Scrambler in Gadgistan, and he gives me a quest to build an ectoplasmic distiller. But before I do that, it's time for raid. Now in the suppression room, I notice a problem. One of our priests, I'm Boosted Lol, is falling behind, and he is one of my greatest supporters for president. He must have watched my Donald Trump video.
China.
I move in to save him. He makes it out, but I'm quickly overwhelmed, and the pushback from the whelps prevents me from disarming the traps. I need help. I need a savior. I need the noob. The noob swoops in from down under, disarms the trap, and accurately assesses the situation. And I do just that. And later on that night, the noob would be rewarded with the Band of Acuria, a well-deserved pickup. Now, am I salty that I didn't get the Band of Acuria? Nah. After all, I'm just here for the ore. Now, most of the reagents I need for the ectoplasmic distiller are just stuff I have lying around. But one thing I do need to go out and gather is the volcanic ash. This stuff can be found in the burning steppes, and I casually collect about 25 of it in the morning. But I have 20 minutes of full world buffs left, and I want to test them out. Captain Jack is an undergeared hunter in the wrong place at the wrong time. I kill him in about 6 seconds. Oh, that felt good. I return to Muck's Mana Scrambler with his shopping list, and he gives me the ectoplasmic distiller. I'll use this funky looking thing to kill ghosts all over Azeroth, starting first in Silithus, then Winterspring, and finally in the Plaguelands. A quick trip back to Mana Scrambler yields the follow-up. I need to find a power source for the ectoplasmic distiller. And that power source will be this named elemental right here, Magma Lord Bach. I'm surprised Blizzard didn't make this guy an elite back in the day, but he's easy to dispatch. And I loot his magma core. Back to Mana Scrambler, I give him the magma core, and then I give him a fell elemental rod which I had prepared. All this work yields me the extra dimensional ghost revealer and a return trip to Deliana. She rewards my efforts with the Darkmantle belt and gloves, and then sends me on my way to go talk to a ghost. But before I do that, it's time for my gold farm of the week. Did you know that small flame sacks sell for 3 gold a pop? Small flame sacks drop from low-level whelps all across Azeroth. They're used in ghetto fire protection potions, and most importantly, Dragon Breath Chili, a melee raid consume. My favorite area to farm the whelps is in the Wormbog in Dustwallow Marsh. I'll do loops around Onyxia's lair, stopping in the Den of Flame to mine ore and loot solid chests. Some key points about this zone is to go behind Onyxia's lair. There's a lot of mithril ore there. Also, the Stone Mall ruins can spawn 4 solid chests. By doing this farm for an hour, I was able to make 72 gold and 35 silver. What I like about this farm are the solid chests. They really help break it up and not feel so monotonous and repetitive. I was able to find a troll hide bag in one, and that sold for almost 4 gold. Another benefit to this farm is I'm right next to Onyxia's lair. Here I join up a group tanked by Big Mud's very own Leo Dots. Leo has totally tanked before, and he's doing great. Bah, every group wipes the first time. We got it. We got it. We gear up for attempt number 2, but there's a problem. Everybody but Leo has threat. Leo can't even get the boss to the wall. He's trying so hard, he gets knocked back. It's carnage in here. Somehow I even end up tanking. Now Leo doesn't think he's built for it, so we're gonna do something easier. We're gonna run Big Mud's newest recruits through Scholomance. And boy, we've got our work cut out for us. These two are definitely greenhorns. First I assess their listening skills. Not great. Leo finally picks himself up off the floor of the worm bog and we get rolling. We've invited the mage Magic Fungi to join our almost full guild group. I notice a twinkle under one of the skeletons. It's an orb of deception. The pug wins it. And then a darkening drops. Pug wins that too. And another, and another, and another, and another. PSA, join your guildies groups. Otherwise the pugs will win everything. So how are the new recruits doing now? They're doing great. In the Plaguelands, I use the extra-dimensional Ghost Revealer to find Anthean Harmon. Anthean is dead, but his wife is not, and he tasks me with saving her from Baron Rivendare in Stratholme. But there's a catch. Baron will execute Anthean's wife after 45 minutes. A full group wipe is not an option. But the hardest is behind us. We cleared the ziggurats without anyone dying. We make it to Baron with 14 minutes to spare. The Grand Marshal tank, Grim Reaps, has no problem holding threat, and Baron goes down with a whimper, saving Anthean's wife. I let Ysida know her dead husband misses her, and she gives me a keepsake to give to him. I give Anthean the keepsake, and he is overjoyed. And then he starts talking about a medallion. He wants me to bring him a bunch of stuff to challenge some dwarf in an arena. So I give him the stuff, which he makes a banner out of, but now I gotta go to Darkmantle to get it enchanted. Luckily I'm a rogue, so it's pretty easy to just sneak past all this stuff. And I meet Anthean's old friend Falrin. Now Falrin's willing to enchant the banner, but he wants something in return. He wants me to kill a bunch of ogres. So I throw together a group for Darkmantle North and we get to killing. The ogres have a chance to drop ogre war beads. I need to secure 25 war beads in order to meet Falrin's request. Now I only finished the run with 21 war beads, so I pick off a couple of ogres in the courtyard to secure the full 25. I head back to Falrin and give him the war beads to satisfy his vendetta. But you know how it is with enchanters, you need to provide the mats. I'll need to provide a spectral essence which I can find off of these Eldritch specters in Darkmantle West. Luckily these things can be kited, so they're very soloable as a rogue. I'm able to find my specter's essence without too much trouble. I give my enchanter the mats, and he commands me to plant the banner in the Ring of Law within the Black Rock Depths. Now I'm gonna need a squad for this part, and I've got none other than the Mud Council themselves helping out, including the Supreme Mud himself, Matt. I initiate the challenge, and the fight begins. It's supposed to be a pseudo PvP fight, but most of us are Grand Marshals, so we steamroll it. With the challenge complete, I loot the top half of Val Thalec's amulet. I return to Deliana with 3 pieces of Shadowcraft, and she rewards me with 3 like-kind pieces of Darkmantle. So why go through all the trouble of acquiring this set? Well, Darkmantle has a 4-piece set bonus with an energy proc. You see, I'll typically start building for the next improved exposed armor when half of the current duration is up, but my combo point stack can get thrown off if the boss dodges too many sinister strikes. The set bonus from Darkmantle will help me smooth out the combo point generation. Now there's still a couple gold farms I want to go over. The Greater Shadow Protection Potion recipe can drop from Shadow Mages and Dark Adepts in the Plaguelands. When their spawns are up, I'll prioritize them, otherwise I'll go into the nearby ziggurats to look for chests. The area is also surrounded by rich thorium banes, and when none of those are up, I'll just kill the undead for vendor trash. Look at this clown. Go away. Shoot, I'm not letting go of this, pal. Yeah, that's right, keep walking. Now this farm is a bit more feast or famine. If you don't get the Greater Shadow Protection Potion recipe, or an Arcane Crystal, your gold per hour is going to be lower. Nonetheless, in my hour of farming, I found neither of those, but because it's a high-level farm, the materials you get from the solid chests and the monsters themselves can be pretty good. Now there's one more farm that I want to go into. Not necessarily because it's good, but it is kind of novel. The Alterac Mountain Loop. As the name implies, you do a loop around Alterac Mountains, mining either the iron ore in the mithril or harvesting the Winter's Bite if you're a herbalist. Now this is a farm I did back in the OG vanilla days. I used to traverse this loop as a ghost wolf on my shaman. I used it to pay for his normal mount in 2006 or whatever. Now you can juice the farm by getting the frost oil recipe in the ruins of Alterac. Right now these are going for about 10 gold. The Alterac Mountains also have a couple of rare spawns. Here I find Narilazans. He's actually kind of tough, but for the most part you just have to dodge his breath. He doesn't drop anything super exciting, but not every day you get to solo a dragon. After 1 hour of farming, the Alterac Mountain Loop comes in at 57 gold. Pretty low to be honest. And now it's time for my gold tip of the week. Over the last 3 weeks, I've made 750 gold selling Dragon Breath Chili. The profit on these is almost 33% of the revenue, which is insane. So here's how I like to do it. I'll look to buy small flame sacks around 3 gold or less. The mystery meat shouldn't cost more than 1 or 2 silver. With some added hot spice, I'll cook them up, and this stuff is selling for almost 4.5 gold. That's an almost 40% profit margin. Crazy. Here's another gold tip I like to do. Sometimes if prices are high, I'll bid instead of buy out. Here's how I do it. I'll search for the item in the auctioneer window, and that puts the item on the first page of the browse auctions. And then I'll bid on all the medium or short auctions. Now this only works when demand is low, like in the mornings, but it can be a good way to get some margin taken off of materials. So what's my gold total sitting at now? 17,200 gold. This puts me almost 20% of the way to my goal with 2 phases left, with the opening of the AQ gates imminent. Goblin Sappers have continued to perform strongly for me since episode 2. Thistlety has also done well, but it's slowed down since rogues got their Rentaki trinkets. Be sure to like and comment on the video if you like this content. As for what's next, well,